Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Divine Truth Tarot. We are going to be looking at something specific today for the reading. We are going to check in to see why communication has been delayed from the divine masculine, because I know a lot of readers, including myself, have been saying communication is coming and they're waking up. So where is it? So we're going to be looking in and see if the masculines cannot, or rather can, give us some insight into what exactly is going on, although I definitely have some hunches as well. So we'll use a little bit of intuition, a little bit of magic, and we'll use the cards to guide us as well. I hope you guys are doing well today. Please let me know in the comments below how you are doing this week. We are approaching the 1st of May tomorrow, so this is the last day of April, so make the best of it and close it out with a bang. And just make sure that you are really honoring what has been so that you can step into the newness of May and what is coming. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. I have my email in the description box below. I also offer distant Reiki healing sessions, and I also offer true purpose coaching sessions. So let's get started. We're going to pull, as always, a How to Love Yourself card by Louise Hay. Oh, Spirit, that's 3 cards. So they're telling me to choose one from, okay, I got it. Okay, they want one for the masculine, one for the feminine, one for the journey. For the feminine, I choose a bright future now. The moment I start to change, the moment I am willing to bring good into my life, the universe responds in kind. For the masculine, I have the power to make change. Now, how powerful is that? Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me release it. This is so amazing. So this is what's going on, guys. Right away, right out of the bat, straight out of the gate, the divine masculine is letting us know that he is making changes. And he's changing patterns, he's changing habits in his life, and no matter how big or small, he is starting to let go of those things, and he is asking the universe for help. He's seeing signs and synchronicities. That is so powerful. And then for the journey, for the union, healing means to make whole and to accept all parts of myself, not just the parts I like, but all of me. I love myself totally in the now. So both counterparts are learning how to love themselves. This is a card of self-love, which of course has to come before unconditional love for another. We first have to unconditionally love ourselves. So those of you who have been on the journey for a while have a better understanding of that than maybe those of you who are new to the journey. So this journey is really about self-love first and foremost, and inner union with self, and really balancing out your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, healing any core wounds, any inner child wounds, healing from past lives and any pain and trauma that have been created either in past lifetimes with or without your partner, and think about it, in those lifetimes where you were without your partner, that creates trauma in and of itself, because you go through life knowing and feeling this person in the 5D and not being able to see them or meet them. So that can be really traumatizing on a soul level. So lots of soul healing needs to happen first. And remember that this is not a 3D relationship. So we don't go through the normal 3D stages of meet, fall in love, get married, have a baby, buy a house, and all of those things. It's a different type of a connection. It's a deeper type of a connection. And it also requires that we heal these outdated programming, the societal programming, this matrix 3D reality of codependency, and marriage means that, marriage has to be for life, and even if I'm miserable and if it's no longer working, that I have to stay where I'm not happy, and money is happiness, and all of these things, codependency really. So that's what we're healing as twin flames. So there's just so much more to it, and so much more to serving humanity than just the romantic aspect. So I'm going to pull a few Spirit of the Animal Oracle cards. That's beautiful. Ooh, we get personal choice. So for the masculines, we have eagle mastery. So they're seeing the bigger perspective. They're seeing the bird's eye view. You are spiritual, You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So they are being taught how to see things from a different perspective and how to see how everything in their life has really happened exactly the way it needed to lead them to this now moment. They are on a spiritual quest. So those of you still questioning, is my masculine awake? Or even those of you, just thinking there's no way I'm more advanced than my masculine, that's really coming from an ego place. The masculines are exactly where we are. They're just in the 3D version of the journey, and we are in the 5D version. They lead on the 3D and they make changes on the 3D for us to come together, while the feminine makes changes on the 5D. So we're working in the spiritual realm, they're working in the earthly realm. But neither partner is doing more or less. We're both doing the same amount of work. They're feeling the pain of separation as well. So the masculine wants you to know that the reason why communication has taken so long is because they're learning, they're mastering, they're becoming a master of their skill. They're becoming a master communicator. They're becoming a master of their domain and of their lives. So they're learning how to be a leader and in control. And they're really learning to let go of the past. So remember what I've said before in other videos, guys, that the masculines Spirit is asking that the masculines first release any karmic situations, whether it's a relationship, work, etc. Parents, family, friends, it doesn't matter, money, gambling, addiction, etc. They have to first release those situations before they can come forward to the feminine. So they're even when they want to come forward, they're actually being held back by the universe. They're being held back by a higher power that says, nope, not now. And they're being asked to turn around and face what's happening at home on the home front, so that they can clear the path, so that they can come to us. You have to understand that at this level, with so many divine feminines, so many feminines have walked away, and so many feminines have really stood in their power and have learned to self-love and set healthy boundaries and said, I'm no longer going to tolerate this. I'm not going to tolerate hot and cold, in and out type of behavior or communication. I'm not going to tolerate crumbs or being, one of many people or being the other person. I'm no longer going to be accepting of that. So the feminines have walked away, and on a mass scale, collectively, the masculines are feeling this. Not only were they hit with that, with the absence of their feminine, but they've also been hit with what's going on globally, the pandemic. And so the masculines are now being forced to confront what's actually going on at home. And when you're with that person 24/7, you can no longer just ignore the dynamic at play. You can no longer just pretend. You can no longer go off, and work yourself 12, 14 hours a day. You can no longer go off and engage, in drinking or any other sort of addiction, or go out with your friends. They're being forced to really confront their shadow side. So that's what they're doing, feminines. They're being held back even when they want to communicate. Even when they're yearning and pining for the feminine, they're being held back by source, because they can no longer just come halfway. They know they have to come correct this time. And they also understand, the masculines are understanding, that I have to come in a mature manner, and I have to be able to offer something tangible this time, and not just wishy-washy behavior and being on the fence. The feminine is no longer going to tolerate that, and the masculine, it was made loud and clear, and the masculine heard. So that's what's going on. So it was created by the feminine, but it was also, we're being led by source. So the separation is divinely orchestrated. So the feminine energy, dragonfly magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. So both counterparts right now, how amazing. Both counterparts are letting go of the past. Let go of the past. I courageously let go of the past. So we are mirroring each other, and that both divine feminine and divine masculine are releasing the shackles and the basically self-imposed prisons of the past, our old belief systems, old friendships, old relationships, things that no longer serve us. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So while the masculines are mastering, they're becoming masters of their lives, masters of their domain, and masters of their realities, I'm hearing as well. The feminines are working on magic. They're working, of course, this is so beautiful because this is very much 3D energy with the eagle, and the dragonfly is very much 5D energy, magic. They're working on transformation. They're working in the 5D realm. So both counterparts are currently on not separate journeys, separate legs of the journey, or separate, that's not exactly how I want to say it. We are both on the same journey, but we are currently working in different realms. That's what I'm trying to say. So masculine's very much working in the 3D, and the feminine's working in the 5D. So for the journey, for the union energy, we have personal choice. So I'm going to just intuit this. I'm going to just have a look at some of the cards, and I am going to choose a card for the journey with the help of my guides and Archangel Michael. Okay. All right. So I've chosen Coyote, Revealer of Truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So Coyote is, Coyote, people think of Coyote as trickster, but Coyote is actually very, very much grounded in the truth of the matter. But they come across as playful, and they come across as very jovial is the word I'm hearing. And so people often mistake them for something that they're not. Coyote is extremely intelligent because they know that work is just important as play. And this is being taught to both masculine and feminine right now, that we really need to learn to to laugh on this journey and to just release and let go, because it can feel so serious, and it can really rob us of our joy and happiness at times because we miss our counterpart. So the masculines are learning how to just let go and have a little bit of fun right now. And they're also, I'm being told, they're remembering all the fun and the joy that they've experienced with the feminine. And they're really remembering that in just a very compassionate way. They're really missing the friendship aspect of the connection. And this is just, both twins are realizing that, yes, okay, there's obstacles and we're overcoming them. But this is really, Coyote is saying, don't let the obstacles get the best of you, and understand that they're there and they're serving a purpose. And while you're at it, have a little fun. Have a little fun with the journey. So that's what Coyote medicine is asking us to do. We're going to look at the Archangel Power tarot cards, and we're going to continue checking in to see what is delaying the masculines. What is delaying the masculines in communicating, coming forward? What is delaying the masculines coming forward to their feminine? Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, okay, these are the two cards we have. So the bottom of the deck often indicates what's being hidden. And ironically enough, we have the Moon card. This was the first card on the bottom of the deck. So Archangel Haniel is the archangel that we can call on. And I don't know much yet about the archangels, so if you would like to put something in the comment section to let everyone know, that's great. I know a few of them, but I don't know all of them. So The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. So we have a full moon coming up next week on May 7th. I've been talking about that. It's in the sign of Scorpio, the sign of complete transformation, the Phoenix rising energy, and really rising from the ashes, burning away the past, complete transformation of self, complete transformation of life, patterns and cycles, belief systems, etc. Really the burning away of all things that don't serve us. Scorpio lives many lifetimes in one lifetime and is always resurrected. So we have that moon energy, and this is really the masculine saying, don't believe the illusions and don't feed the fears. Don't feed the fears that are present, the illusions that are present in the 3D. Don't feed into the fear, because what you see in the 3D is not the truth of the matter. Whether you're looking on social media or you're hearing things or you're intuiting things, don't believe the ego and don't believe everything you see, because there are things being hidden beneath the surface, and they're going to tell you in due time. All is going to be revealed, because the full moon is all about things coming to fruition. But you just need to give it time and trust that they're not deceiving you to hurt you. They're actually protecting you by staying back and away at this time. We have 2 of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Okay, overanalyzing a problem. So to me, this really speaks of the masculines making that decision, right? Two different paths or 2 different people, potentially for many of you. I do strongly feel like, because Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection, I do strongly feel like not only is this connection being protected with the current separation and the current lack of communication, or maybe it's just very few and far between the communication, but what I feel like what the masculine is saying here is he knows he has to make a firm decision, and he knows there's been some back and forth, and he does tend to overanalyze, and he tends to hold himself back, because it's harder for the masculine to drop into the feminine energy and into the energy of surrender and into the heart. So let's get a clarifier for the 2 of Michael so we can see. Can we get a clarifier, please, for the 2 of Michael? And why is the masculine overanalyzing still? Because we really thought that they had come away from this kind of back and forth seesaw energy, but I think some of them are still in it. So they're being asked here with the angel of the page of Gabriel. They're being asked here to really go towards what they're feeling passionate about. And Gabriel is guiding them along, saying, you can make this decision. You can make the decision, and you can face any challenge, and opportunities for excitement, passion, adventure are very much present right now. So Gabriel is guiding the masculines. Michael is guiding the masculines through this time of illusion and really self-deception. And I do strongly feel like they're stepping out of self-deception. So what else is holding the masculines back from communicating and coming forward, please? What else is holding the masculines back from communicating and coming forward? So they want to come forward. We have Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. They really want to come forward, and they will only come forward when they feel like you trust them. So part of what needs to happen behind the scenes for the feminines is you need to work on forgiveness and trusting your masculine. So trusting that they'll come forward when the time is right, trusting the journey, trusting the timing of the journey, trusting in the love, trusting in the connection, trusting that it's real. And he also is letting you know that I'm going to come forward when I feel like you can trust me and when I feel like I am trustworthy. Maybe he feels like he's not trustworthy at this time. He's also letting you know he's making a very detailed plan, and he's being watched over. There's a feminine energy with him, maybe an ancestor who has departed, but he is being watched over by a very strong but beautiful and sweet, sensitive feminine energy and essence. But he is letting you know that there's just a lot to accomplish. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and he wants to make a detailed plan. He doesn't want to mess this up. He wants to come forward, and he wants to be able to offer you everything. everything that you've asked for of him. And he feels like, I can't do that yet at this time. So I do really hear them saying, just give me a little bit more time. And the masculines they're just deep in thought at this time. They're deep in planning mode. So what else is holding the masculines back, please, from communicating or coming forward to their feminine? What else is holding the masculines back and coming forward? Wow, look at what we have here. So this is like the Six of Cups energy to me. Six of Raphael, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So I would say one thing that could be holding them back is inner child healing. They're also in that Six of Cups energy where they're really reminiscing on time spent with you. So they are missing you at this time. They're feeling very devoted, and they're remembering the fun and the playfulness that the divine feminine brings to them. But I also feel there's a few edges to this card. So I also feel like those masculines that have children, they're very much planning for the future of the children and concerned for the children, and very much the children are at the forefront of their mind. So they want to make sure that their children are going to be okay prior to them breaking free of this situation and moving forward. And then we have the Two of Raphael. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So this is the masculine. This card has never come through for me in any reading so far. So this is really special. This would be the twin flame or soulmate card of this deck. And this is really, kindred spirits, Two of Cups, the lovers. This is really saying, the masculine is saying to the feminine, please don't give up. That I know what it looks like, and I know I'm taking too long. And I know you feel like I'm never coming forward. And I know you feel exasperated, frustrated, angry, sad. I know you miss me. And I know you don't trust me. And I just need you to have faith. I need you to not give up on us and on me, because this love is real. This is real. This energy that we feel between the two of us, this electricity that we feel when we touch, this is real. I don't want anybody else. There is nobody else for them but you. There is nobody else in the world that compares to you. So they really want to drive that point home, that nobody else even compares. They don't even, when they meet new people, if they're meeting new people of, people coming into their world, they're not even entertaining that thought. They're thinking about you. If they're stuck with a karmic partner or karmic family, or they're thinking about you. You are the only one who has ever understood them, seen them, and heard them. So the masculine is saying here, we've got these two cards. I love these. So the masculine, okay, actually, they're telling me to pull these. Okay, we've got 4 cards. So let's talk about these guys. Let's start with the wheel. So Archangel Jeremiah, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So the wheel is turning. Things are being left behind. The past is being, I just heard reconstructed, but the past is being blasted away. The wheel is turning in the favor of the twin flames. Twin flames have divine missions to help save the world. This is such an incredible mission that goes, again, way beyond the romantic connection, which is so powerful and so beautiful. But the divine mission together is to wake others up and to help humanity heal from the disconnect that has been created on this planet. So the wheel is turning in your favor, divine feminines. In twin flames, the wheel is turning. The masculines know this and they feel this. New beginnings are on the horizon. 5 of Michael, the situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment. So this is a divine masculine. There's a few meanings again to this card, a few edges. One of them is release the timing, release your attachment to the outcome, feminines. This is really important right now, that we stand in our power and sovereignty, and we release any attachments to how this is going to play out, how the masculine is going to come forward and when and why and what. In any of those questions, we just release it give it up to your higher power, give it up to God, give it up to the universe, give it up to your spirit team and your higher self, and just let it be. Ask the archangels for help or your ancestors for guidance whenever you need guidance. Make sure you're meditating and taking quiet time, but really release this attachment to the outcome. And consider that something better and more powerful and loving than you ever could have imagined is coming forward to you. Just consider that the wheel is turning, that it's beyond your control, that all of this is beyond your control. Let go of control. And the masculine is also saying, I'm letting go of things that don't serve me. Feminine, I'm letting go. You can't see it yet. Maybe you can't feel it yet, or you don't believe it because in the past I've deceived you by deceiving myself, because I haven't been honest with myself about my true feelings and about my true purpose. And I stayed in situations too long. But the masculine is saying with this card, I'm letting go of things that don't serve me. I know it doesn't serve me. They know, they're very aware. They're awake now, guys. They're not waking up, they're awake. And they know it doesn't serve them. So they're letting those things go. We have King of Michael, principled, ambitious, irrational, respected. So this is really about integrity. The masculine wants to come forward correct in his integrity, both for the karmic situations of the karmic partner and also for his divine feminine. He's going to come correct. He wants open and honest communication. So he's not going to come forward until he feels he can release the fear and you release the fear. And also until he feels like he can bring open and honest communication, until he feels like he can speak his truth with ease, with grace, with compassion, with empathy, and understand your side. Because in the past, I feel he wasn't able to understand what you were going through or what the situation that he had placed you in. Of course, that you had agreed to. You have free will, but you get the gist. And then lastly, we have the Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. This might be my absolute favorite card of the whole deck. So let's look at this Two of Raphael and Ace of Raphael, new beginnings. Aces always indicate new beginnings. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships. There's so much water energy here in this card. The dolphins indicate emotional intelligence. So the masculines are waking up to deeper emotional intelligence. There's also a lot of feminine energy in this card. So the masculines are starting to embrace the inner feminine. Two of Raphael. So this is really, these are my union cards in this deck. And the masculine's letting the feminine know here, I'm having deep, really deep-seated, long-lasting spiritual insights. And to me, this says, if it's lasting, I can't go back from this. So these insights are going to stay with me forever and ever. I'm not going to be able to go back to the man that I was, and I don't want to. That's the thing, is they don't want to. They're awake now, and they're going to stay awake, okay? So I think we'll leave this on that high note, and I'll leave these up here for a few moments because I just think they're so beautiful. Beautiful messages of hope, beautiful messages of undying love. And remember, feminines, the wheel is turning. Remember, the masculines are on a mission. And there's illusions abound right now. We are meant to, I'm seeing the feminines really just like in a deep forest where there's a lot of weeds with like a weed whacker, and we're just going through and whacking away the weeds so that we can see through to the truth of the situation and of the matter. So the masculines are making decisions. They are planning behind the scenes. They're going to come correct. They're going to come emotionally responsible, emotionally intelligent. They're going to communicate clearly how they feel, and they just ask that we trust. So sending you guys so much love, so much power. I hope this reading illuminated things for you today. I hope it brings you power and insight and introspection and clarity. And sending you guys so much love on this journey as we journey into the start of a new month. Tomorrow, I'll be here with you guys every step of the way. And I'm sending you love, and I'll see you tomorrow.